Hi everyone, this is Paulo from Drum Bass Academy, and in this video I'm gonna be showing you how to create this techie drum bass style like DLR and break. So this is the original track. And this is my recreation. So I'm gonna be walking you through the two main basses. The first one being the dunk, and the second one being the sub. So let's begin with the first one. So this bass, without any effects, sounds like this. Now with all the effects, it sounds like that. Now let's begin with the source. So the original sound is one sine wave with a square wave getting distorted. So let me get rid of the distortion and the filter. And this is the oscillator section. So we have a sine wave. And then we have a square wave, 1 octave up and 7 semitones with some unison. So without unison, it sounds like this. Now with 7 unison. Now if we mix that with the sine wave, we get that sound. Next is some distortion, all the way up in the drive. And then a filter, which is getting rid of the high frequency. So we have that sound. And once we have that sound, we need to render it, and then we will get this. After we have that render, the next thing we need to do is to use the fades on Ableton to make it a bit shorter and pluckier. And so now we have the basses, no pun intended, to work in this sound. So the first thing I did was boosting the second harmonic, so the sound gets warmer. And then after that, I created some parallel processing. So the first chain is just the dry signal. Let me get rid of the distortion. And the second chain is a high pass version of this signal with some distortion and chorus. So this is only with the EQ. It is high passed, and it also has a boost around 464 Hertz. Then that gets distorted. So if I add another EQ, you will see that that peak plus the distortion creates some extra harmonics around 1K. And then I just added some chorus. Then I just added some reverb, and I automated the dry and wet knob to come in as the sound fades out. And then I added some OTT just to make it brighter. And finally, I once again boosted the second harmonic because that makes it sound a bit more saturated and warm in the low mids. So that is the dunk sound. Just to recap, it's a resample of a square and a sine wave distorted. And it has some parallel processing and lots of boosts in certain harmonics, plus some room effects like chorus and reverb. Now the next sound is made in Serum. Without any effects, it sounds like this. Now the way I figured this out was I went into the wavetable editor and I played with different combinations of harmonics until I made it match the first sound. So if we use an EQ on this sound, we will see the visual representation of all the combinations made in Serum. These ones are these ones. And the way I figured it out was using a method from a previous video, the Liquid Vases video. And if we put an EQ on the original track, we will see those combinations of harmonics being played on the original track. So that's how I figured out that bass. And then I automated the level knob. It has this shape. And then I modulated the pitch bend. And it has this shape. It gets sustained in the first fourth note, and then after that, it goes 2 semitones down. And then I duplicated the whole sequence And for post-processing, I created something similar to the parallel processing, which was leaving a dry layer and then high passing the original layer, adding chorus and reverb and some OTT. After that OTT, isolating only the frequencies that I want and layering those two chains. So that's it. This is the final result. So that is going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer them. Or you can join us on our DNB Academy Discord. This way you'll have access to a community that's all about drum and bass production. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to not miss any of our future videos. Follow us on Instagram. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.